Jai Hind everyone. I, Arushi Pandey, your host, welcome you all to Cadet Alumni Association YouTube channel, where we bring you young officers who are going to be part of Indian Armed Forces. And today we have ex-NCC cadet Adarsh Kumar Pandey from 1MP Naval Unit Bhopal. Sir got recommended in his 4th SSB attempt and 1st CDS attempt from 14 SSB Allahabad and is going to join Officers Training Academy Chennai for SSC Non-Tech 121 course. Sir has a commendable NCC journey. He was part of RDC 2023 contingent and he also attended All India Nausainik Camp and won a gold medal in boat pulling competition. And with this, I welcome Adarsh Kumar Pandey sir on Cadet Alumni Association channel. Hello sir, how are you feeling today?
Thank you, Harushi, for inviting me. And obviously, it is a very good moment for me to be over here on this YouTube channel. I've seen the cadets on this YouTube channel, and now it's my time to be over here. So it is Paul Lemon.
That's really great sir. We are also looking upon a very good interview from your end. So sir, to begin with, I would like you to tell a brief introduction about yourself, your family, your college, your school, and when did you decide that you want to join Indian Armed Forces?
So, my full name is Adarsh Kumar Pandey, and I live in a nuclear family. My father also was in the army. Got retired in 2011, and he was from EME Regiment. So, from childhood only, I've been in army environment. And as you say, कि पौधा जिस एनवायरनमेंट में रहता है उसी तरीके से बढ़ता है. So it was the case for me. I grown up in that same kind of environment. So since childhood only, I had this dream of becoming an army officer. And after that, I did my graduation from Government Motilal Vigyan Mahavidyalaya, and I did it in BSc Computer Science.
Okay. And sir, you have appeared in CDS examination and people generally find it tough to clear it. And but you managed to clear it in your very first attempt. So how did you prepare for it? And I'm sure everyone knows that ki written ke marks play a very crucial role when comes it to merit list. So how can one strategize their written examination? And if someone is going to start their preparation now for the next attempt, how can one start with it?
So Arushi, when we talk about written examination, there are two type of candidates that are preparing for the written examination, right? The first one are those who have already appeared for some other examinations, like me. I already appeared for ND examination, so I already knew the strategy, the way of reading books, and what to read, when to read, and how to read. I already knew. So it was nothing new for me to prepare. The other type of candidates are those who are just started preparing for CDS after their graduation. And in graduation, as you all know, that we merely read books of our graduation. We just mug it up and we go and give the examination. But it is not likewise in the for the competitive examinations.
True.
किताब कौन सी पढ़नी है उससे ज़्यादा ये ज़रूरी होता है कि उस किताब को कितना पढ़ना है. बिकॉज इन सीरियस एग्जामिनेशन the syllabus is same as of UPSC, but the questions are very limited, right? So I would say ki what I have done that I prepared it for 1 year. I prepared for CDS from 1 year, and my graduation was for 3 years. So I started preparing for CDS in my third year itself. Being in the NCC, I was preparing for the CDS also. So in the starting, I used to study for like 3 to 4 hours or maybe 5 hours in the day for the CDS, and after that, when it came closer, like before examination was to be held in April. So before April, 3 4 months, like from December, January, I started preparing and started studying 6 to 8 hours a day. Right now, talking about ki what to prepare and how to prepare for it. Right. So there are a set of books like if we go particularly about the serious examination, there are for OTA we need to clear two examination. That is, first one is the English one and the second one is the GS. Okay. And for other academies, that is IMA, INA and AFA, you also need to give the maths examination. Right. I could manage to clear the cutoff for INA and OTA, but educationally I was not qualified for the Indian Naval Academy. So I had to appear for the OTA, and for IMA I couldn't clear it, right? And now talking about the how to crack the CDS. So to be very precise, I would say everyone should keep this one line in their mind when they are preparing for the CDS, that English is the key to crack CDS. Like, I'll give my own example. I scored 80 marks in CDS and the cutoff was 87. In which, if I'm not wrong, I scored 70 to 71, 70 or 71 marks in English itself. The rest 17 or 16 marks I scored in the GS section, and I could manage to clear the cutoff. But this could be only the case for boys. For girls, I would suggest they need to prepare it hard. Because for girls, if you merely just clear the cutoff, it won't it won't be good for you, because you won't be able to join the academy eventually. Because the merit is very high for the girls. So you need, if the cutoff is for example 87, so you need to score somewhere around 100 marks. Only then the girls would be able to manage it to the merit list. Now, as I said, English is the key to crack CDS. So everyone should try, be a girl or a boy, he or she should try to get somewhere around 60 to 65 marks. This is the minimum benchmark which a candidate should score in the English.
True.
Now, going forward with the GS section. GS section may, I would say ki, I'm not saying that do not touch these two subjects, but I would personally say कि पहले बाकी सब्जेक्ट्स खत्म करो, then इन दो सब्जेक्ट्स को टारगेट करो, that is history and economics. These are the two subjects जहाँ पे syllabus is very 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 vast, and the questions that they ask in the CDS are like you won't even be able to recognize ये questions कहाँ से आ रहा है. So it's better to handle these kind of subjects very critically, and at the end when you have sufficient amount of time, yes, अब मेरा सारा syllabus हो चुका है, I have ample amount of time, so I can think about it, जो कि ज़्यादातर cases में नहीं होता है. So firstly, for clearing GS, you should focus, your first priority should be science. That is the physics, chemistry and bio. That too of class 9th and 10th. Complete NCRT. NCRT के बाहर I don't think कुछ जाता है, except the biology. Of course, बायोलॉजी पिछले कुछ सालों में या पिछले कुछ एग्जाम्स से सीरियस में द ट्रेंड हैज़ बीन चेंज्ड, एंड दे हैव बीन आस्किंग सम डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम 11th क्लास एनसीईआरटी. बट देयर आर सम यूट्यूब चैनल्स जो बायोलॉजी कवर करते हैं, एंड दे पिक अप सम पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक्स जहाँ से सीरियस पर्टिकुलरली क्वेश्चंस, टफ क्वेश्चंस पूछता है. बट मोर और लेस द साइंस इज प्रेटी ईजी टू क्रैक फॉर द सीरियस, है ना. Going with another subject, that is, I would say, go with political science or geography. That depends upon your interest. दोनों subjects equally important है सीरियस में, and दोनों subjects ज़रूरी हैं पढ़ना. Because political science and geography ऐसे subjects हैं जो आप easily cover भी कर सकते हो, because the syllabus is not that vast. Plus, mostly जो students होते हैं, they are from the science background, and if they are not from science background also, तो उन्होंने कहीं ना कहीं 9th-10th में साइंस पढ़ रखी होती है, सो दे कुड इजीली रिलेट टू द ज्योग्राफी. एंड पॉलिटिकल साइंस, इट इज़, मैं ऐसा समझता हूँ पर्सनली कि जो सीरियसली प्रिपेयर कर रहा है, दे आर समवट इंटरेस्टेड टूवर्ड्स द, आई वुड से, देश की तरफ. एंड व्हेन यू रीड अबाउट द पॉलिटिकल साइंस, यू गेट टू नो अबाउट थिंग्स अबाउट योर कंट्री. सो इट इज़ क्वाइट इंटरेस्टिंग फ्रॉम माई पर्सपेक्टिव, राइट. So these are the 3 subjects, and the 4th subject which everyone should focus. बहुत सारे I've seen candidates skipping this subject, and it is not at all good. That is current affairs. Current affairs is very 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 important, because current affairs से ज़्यादा limited जो I would say subject है, limited subject current affairs से जितना limited subject और कोई नहीं है. Because आपको merely 6 महीने का current affairs पढ़ना है. That too you have to read one-liners, not in detail. एंड ऐसे यूट्यूब चैनल्स हैं जो कि इसको बहुत प्रिसाइज वे में प्रोवाइड करते हैं. लाइक आई वुड लाइक टू टेक अ फ्यू नेम्स. दैट इज, फर्स्ट वन इज द ऑब्वियसली सीरियस जर्नी. वो मंथली करंट अफेयर्स डालते हैं. सो व्हाट आई यूज्ड टू डू, आई यूज्ड टू राइट दोज मंथली करंट अफेयर्स एवरी मंथ, राइट. एंड फॉर द नेक्स्ट 1 month आई यूज्ड टू रीड दैट करंट अफेयर ईच एंड एवरी डे इन द मॉर्निंग. सो एक महीना खत्म होते होते पिछले महीने का करंट अफेयर्स वो मेरे को बाय हार्ट याद हो जाता था. एंड द सेम आई यूज्ड टू डू टिल द एग्जामिनेशन, राइट. सो एक तो ये सीरियस जर्नी है. द सेकंड यूट्यूब चैनल इज इनसाइड एसएसबी. These are the 2 YouTube channels which I would highly prefer for current affairs and for other subjects as well. CDS Journey is, I would say, one of the best channels to prepare for the CDS. Even when I talk about myself, I prepare from the serious journey only. From the YouTube channel, I haven't taken their coaching because, as I said, I had already prepared for the NDA, so I knew how to prepare for these kind of examinations. Very true. Right? So this was about the serious. Rest, if we talk about maths, uh, as I could not manage to clear the cutoff for IMA, but still I can give some suggestions that go for previous years. Previous years are the best source to for the serious examination. Even if we talk about English, if in detail we talk about English, right? So the candidates face difficulty in vocabulary. Mainly they face difficulties in vocabulary, right? So what I did, I took the previous 10 years previous question paper. 10 previous year question paper, like पिछले 5 साल के क्वेश्चन पेपर उठाए, जिसमें हर साल 2 पेपर होते हैं, तो पिछले 10 साल के क्वेश्चन पेपर्स, राइट? 10 क्वेश्चन पेपर्स. And what I did, I wrote all the synonyms and antonyms in one sheet, right? And कुल मिला के total there were around 350 or 400 word meanings at the end. And I used to read those word meanings each and every day. My routine was during the CDS, as soon as I get up from my bed, I used to sit on my study table. Firstly, I used to read all the 400, 500, those vocabulary. Then after that, I used to read current affairs. And then after that, I used to start my day. So ऐसे करके I managed to tackle that vocabulary wala thing and also current affairs, because these are the two things which are important, but we are not able to remember those things because ये at the end बहुत सारा हो जाता है, right? So I think this is the way prepare.
Okay. So I feel this is going to be really helpful for our candidates and the viewers who are preparing for it, because generally they find it quite tough with the large syllabus and with the college studies and able to manage time. So this is going to really help. Thank you for that. Moving on, with your SSB, so you have appeared in India, and then there generally is a 3 to 4 year gap when you again appear in CDS. So, how did you utilize that gap? And majorly, I would like to ask, how did NCC shaped you, refined your personality that helped you in your SSB?
So Arushi, I completed my class 12th from Army Public School Bhopal. And before that, I was in APS Itarsi, APS Kota. And before that, I was in APS Itarsi. Okay, right? So I've been in Army Public School only. And my friend circle was like that. Most of us were preparing for this kind of ND only. So in my friend circle, there were 5 of us, right? 2 of them went to NDA, one of them went to INA, and one of them went to Manet, right? So I was the only one who was left. And at that particular point of time, I actually dropped out from engineering also. I took admission in Chandigarh University, but then I dropped out from engineering because I thought मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है ना? So I just dropped out. And at that point of time, I felt like कि I had to do something for to just compete with them. मेरे मन में था कि I was somewhere I am lacking behind them. We had studied in the same school, and this is not should how it go, right? So NCC gave me that chance. As you mentioned that 3-4 साल का gap आया, and I'm really thankful कि 3-4 साल का gap आया and NCC came into my life, because as of now I got recommended to serious entry, but I give my recommendation credit 60 to 70% my recommendation credit to the NCC, and especially to my rank SCC, because rank teaches you a lot.
Okay.
Yep. And these 3 to 4 years I learned a lot of things. Since I was a junior, I was not a very good junior, and I used to get punishments very regularly.
Okay.
Yeah, as I was a very kind of matlab, I was a bit, I would say a bit not arrogant, but हाँ, मेरे दिमाग में ये था कि yes, I cleared NDA, so why should I listen to him? Who is he? Like those things, right? So I used to get punished a lot, and those punishments shaped me and calmed me.
Mm.
Moreover, they calmed me. These 3 years, they made me very quiet. Before that, I was a very kind of, you would say, like ऐसा कर देते हैं, ऐसा कर देते हैं. very excited, enthusiastic. And in these 3 years, I became very calm. Like, okay, it is going to be like this. We have to do this, do this, do this. Because in SSB, the most of the candidates gets rejected because of the one very common reason, and that is because of their desperation.
Okay.
Because if you show desperation in the SSB, it will backlash. Because desperation से क्या होता है, sometime you outperform things, and when pressure comes on you, आप इतने ज़्यादा excited होते हो ना कि you are not able to judge that how are things going right now under pressure, right? So I would say कि मैं काम हो गया 3 सालों में. उसके बाद I did camps, and as you are also NCC cadet and most of the NCC cadets are watching this, so they would be able to relate कि कैंप्स में जितना हम अपनी यूनिट्स में नहीं सीखते उससे ज़्यादा हम कैंप्स में सीखते हैं. बिकॉज कैंप्स में देर इज़ नो सीनियर, नो जूनियर, everyone works equally, right? And in addition to that, I have done my RDC and NSC when I was a junior. So everywhere in both these camps, I was under my seniors, so I had to work a lot, right? So this was the thing about the NCC, and apart from that, I was telling about my rank, right? So in third year, I got promoted as a senior cadet captain in my unit, and that rank teased me a lot. मैं अपने यूनिट के जूनियर्स को भी बोलता हूँ, एंड आई वुड सजेस्ट एवरीवन, you should go for rank. You should fight for rank. Actually, you should compete for the rank. Because as a cadet, आप first year में भी cadet हो, second year में भी हो, third year में भी हो. As a cadet, you do not learn much. It is not that कि आपको NCC मौका नहीं देती, but it is that कि आपको वो लीडरशिप रोल में आने का मौका ही नहीं मिल पाता है. जब तक फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर आप जब तक प्लाटून के सामने खड़े होकर उसको कमांड नहीं करोगे, यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू जज कि प्लाटून को कैसे चलाना है. आप अंदर खड़े होके यू कैन ओनली बी अ गुड फॉलोअर बट नॉट अ गुड लीडर, राइट? एंड फॉर दिस रैंक टीचर्स यू आर नॉट.
Hmm.
सो दिस वाज हाउ द एनसीसी शेप्ड मी.
Very true. So, apart from NCC, even our viewers who are non-NCC cadet, they try to refine their personality. So, how can they go ahead in life and do out things which are in college, so they can also shine and polish their skills, personality? So, anything out of the box that you did in your college life, you would like to know?
I won't say this is something out of box. One thing I could remember which I used to do very frequently during my college days, and it was that ki during our preparation, many kind of hindrances are there, many kind of disturbances are there. So I had learned this from one of my teacher, from online teacher. During one of the online classes, he told us this. What I used to do, that used to took a plain paper, plain white paper, and I used to write my aim on the top of it and encircle it, right? And then I used to divide the paper into two halves. One side I used to write that what I should do ideally, and on the other side I used to write that what I am doing right now. ठीक है? Then I used to match those two things. जो चीज़ें मैच हो गई that is good, and जो चीज़ें बच जाती थी लेफ्ट हाफ में, I used to just cut those things and I used to just stop doing those things. ठीक है? Obviously you all are humans, 100% चीज़ें नहीं हो पाती थी, बट इससे ये क्लियरिटी मिल जाती थी कि जब मैं वो गलत चीज़ मैं फिर से करने जा रहा हूँ, जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल अननेसेसरी घूमना, जस्ट एग्जाम्पल अननेसेसरी घूमना, अगर वो चीज़ है तो मुझे हेल्प नहीं कर रही किसी भी तरीके से, तो जब भी मैं अगर अगली बार घूमने जा रहा हूँ, तो दैट थिंग वाज इन माई माइंड कि आई एम डूइंग समथिंग रॉन्ग एंड आई शुड स्टॉप दिस. तो अगर मैं उसको रोक भी नहीं पा रहा हूँ तो आई यूज टू लिमिट दैट थिंग. एंड दोज आर नॉन एनसीसी कैडेट्स, I would say कि there are many opportunities in the college as well.
Hmm.
So they should not only focus on the studies, and they should participate in all other games, cooperative activities, and only studies cannot like shape your personality.
Very true. Okay. So, sir, before going to SSB, generally candidates feel very nervous, and even after reaching the SSB centers, we come across already recommended candidates or the repeaters. So, how did you maintain your calm and composure in such environment, and how did you prepare for your SSB as well?
Talking about myself, Arushi, I was a repeater, right? So as a repeater, when you continuously give attempts, no, it becomes a very common thing for you. कि okay, this is previously recommended client, ठीक है पिछली बार भी देखा था. This is a repeater. Okay, I have been through this. So it becomes very common. So for me, it was like a very common thing. In my batch, we were 36 candidates, and in my batch, we were 9 repeaters, out of which one was a previously recommended candidate. He's in AFA right now, right? So when meeting him, it was not such kind of thing. Oh, he's previously recommended candidate. I had to compete from him and things like that. One thing I would like to say कि आपके प्रीवियस रिकमेंडेशन से और इस बार के अटेम्प्ट से देयर इज नो कनेक्शन. ठीक है.
Okay.
इट कंप्लीटली डिपेंड्स कि हाउ यू आर परफॉर्मिंग नाउ इन दिस एसएसबी. सो all those candidates who are going to appear as a repeater, obviously if you are a fresher you are not going to face any kind of a repeater in your group,
Hmm.
so you can be rest assured. But the repeaters who have already appeared and they are going to reappear, and they are kind of facing this issue कि previously recommended candidate से कैसे deal करना है. So you don't have to deal much because his previously recommended candidate is his merit. वो आपका demerit नहीं है. You need to perform on your personality and how you want to do. Yeah, so there is nothing much to worry about, and it has no impact on your current attempt कि what you have done in your previous attempt.
Okay. So when you're going as a fresher, so you don't get to be in the group of repeaters, and you have to maintain your calm and composure while bringing out your true personality in front of the assessors. So that is a good thing. Well, in SSB, the first day is screening day, and it is a very important day. And sometimes potentially good candidates also get screened out. So, what are things a candidate should keep in mind while preparing for the screening process, and what are the tips that you want to give to your juniors?
Okay. So in screening there are 3 stages. Yeah, like the first one is the OIR, second one is the picture perception description test, and the third one is the GD route, right? So for the first round, the candidates should practice the OIR. It is just like mental aptitude. So they should prepare as much as they can. This is the only tip. More you practice, the more comfortable you will get.
Hmm.
Right? For the second, that is the picture perception test. Uh, you should practice the pictures, but you should, I would say, you should not remember the stories. You should not memorize those stories because every picture has its own story. You are sitting at your home. For if you are watching the same picture also again and again in your SSBs, the stories can't be exactly same because your mind is changed, your perception is changed. For example, if you are watching a picture sitting at your home for practice and you saw the same picture in your SSB also, so you should avoid writing your previous thought. You should act and you should write what came to your mind at that point of time.
Actually,
Because how it will act, जैसे आप जिस environment में हो बाकी जो candidates हैं वो भी उसी environment में है. And if you write that preconceived story, ना, what will happen? Your story will go completely different from those candidates, and then it can be a difficulty for you because you wrote something preconceived, and though that preconceived story you have written in a different kind of environment, that was no pressure at your home, there was nothing at your home, and you wrote that story very brightly. But the other candidates, they wrote the story at the very moment.
Hmm.
So their perception is different and your perception is different. So is it saying you are out of the group? So first of all, in for the PPTT, my only suggestion is that you should write what you perceive at that point, at that very particular point of time.
very good.
Right? And for the GD, I would say voice modulation is a thing which plays a very, very major role in the GD. Because in the coachings also, SSB coachings, it is told that you have to sell yourself. You have to sell yourself to the assessors because everyone can relate. Like 3 assessors are sitting on a bench, they are judging 10 to 20 candidates. Got it? You have very sharp mind, you are very punctual, everything is perfect in you have every OLQ, but you don't speak up in the GD. then how they can assess? If you are not able to speak up for yourself, how can they speak for you, right? So you need to speak up for yourself. You need to show yourself. And in GD, most of the time it is a fish market, right? So for that fish market, I would say you should agree to most of the candidates. Like पहले कैंडिडेट ने ए स्टोरी बताई, दूसरे ने बी, तीसरे ने सी, चौथे ने डी, एंड यू आर द फिफ्थ वन. लाइक यू फाइव ऑफ, आप 5 लोग हो. व्हाट यू शुड डू, यू शुड कंबाइन ऑल दो स्टोरीज. ठीक है. इन जीडी व्हाट वी जनरली डू, वी शाउट, वी से, वी कीप आवर थिंग्स. व्हाई डू वी कीप आवर थिंग्स? कि सामने वाला मेरी बात मान जाए. एंड अगर सामने वाला ने जैसे, यू आर सेइंग समथिंग टू मी, यू नो दिस इज अ ट्री, दिस इज अ ट्री, एंड आई सेड कि ओके दिस इज अ ट्री बट दिस इज अ कोकोनट ट्री. ओके, सो आप वहीं रुक जाओगे, बिकॉज आप मुझे अपना पॉइंट इसलिए बोल रहे थे कि ताकि मैं आपका पॉइंट मान लो. मैंने आपका पॉइंट मान लिया एंड मैंने अपना भी ऐड कर दिया. सो आई मेड अ कंप्लीट न्यू स्टोरी जहाँ पे आप भी एग्री हो गए, मैं भी एग्री हो गया. सो कैंडिडेट शुड टेक दिस अप्रोच इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग विद देयर ओन स्टोरीज. टेकिंग ग्रुप अलॉन्ग, राइट? एंड दिस इज फॉर जीटी, राइट?
Okay, thank you. So, everyone faces failure in their life, and we generally hear that failure is the first step to success. So, what are mistakes that you did during your preparation, and you analyzed them, rectified them, and how did you implement it so that you could get recommended in your SSB?
Okay. So, Arushi, I failed in my written attempt as well, and I failed in my SSBs as well. Right? I was managed to clear my NDA exam in my third attempt. On the last attempts, I could not manage to clear it. So, for the studies, I already told how to prepare, right? And talking now particularly about SSBs, as you already told that there was a 3-year gap, and 3 year is not a short span of time. It's a very long span of time. In addition to that, college plays a very, very important role in shaping our personalities.
True.
Right? So, what we generally do that, what candidates generally do that, they keep on going to the SSBs continuously without working on themselves. Right? So, if you're getting rejected from the SSB, you need to think, sit back, like what all things you are doing correct, doing incorrect, right? Like in my case, what I used to do when I was in class 12 and I appeared in the ND examination, like I was a very verbose kid. I used to overspeak things. I used to tell lies in the SSB just to I used to sugarcoat things. I would like to give one of my example. It was my SSB was in Bangalore. It was for NDA 147 course. I was wearing my father's tie, right? So the interviewer asked कि Adarsh, your tie is looking very good. Where did you get it from? तो आई थॉट कि अगर मैं उसको अभी बता दूं कि मैं ये टाई खुद से खरीद के लाया हूँ तो बड़ा इंप्रेस हो जाएगा. क्योंकि एक तो उसने बोल दिया टाई अच्छी लग रही है, दूसरा मैं बोल दूं मैं खुद से खरीद के लाया हूँ, तो उसको लगेगा कि यार ये तो बड़ा रिस्पॉन्सिबल बंदा है, ही हैज़ अ गुड चॉइस. एंड एक्चुअली वो मेरे फादर की टाई थी, राइट? सो आई टोल्ड हिम सर आई गॉट इट फ्रॉम द मार्केट एंड ये 200-250 की थी, ऐसे थी. एंड मैंने सब बहुत सारा सिलेक्शन किया, उसमें से मैं चूज करके लाया ऐसा ऐसा. तो खूब सारा मैं उसको आई टोल्ड हिम अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स और द सिंगल टाइम मैंने उसको 5-6 लाइन बोल दी. ठीक है. एंड फिर इंटरव्यू चलता रहा. आफ्टर 15-20 मिनट्स अगेन आस्क्ड मी सम क्वेश्चन. तो उस टाइम फादर का टॉपिक चल रहा था, राइट? एंड ही वाज आस्किंग समथिंग अबाउट माय फादर ओनली. सो ही आस्क्ड मी कि ओके योर फादर गॉट रिटायर्ड, टेल मी समथिंग अबाउट हिज एक्सपीरियंस जब वो रिटायर हुआ ऐसा वैसा. तो उस टाइम मेरे मुंह से निकल गया कि सर, एंड वो एक्चुअली दैट वाज द ट्रुथ कि सर my father got retired in 2011 and this was the same tie he was wearing on his retirement day. एंड मैं आज उनका लक लेके आया हूँ ऐसा ऐसा. ऑब्वियसली आई वाज वर्बोस किड, तो मैंने उनको बता दिया एंड ही कॉट मी देयर. एंड दिस थिंग आई रियलाइज्ड आफ्टर ऑब्वियसली माय इंटरव्यू गॉट ओवर. एसएसबी में तो नहीं, घर आने के 10-15 दिन बाद मिला कि इसने व्हाई डिड ही रिजेक्टेड मी. सो दिस वाज द थिंग. एंड ऐसी बहुत सारी चीज़ें हुई. इन जालंधर आई गॉट स्क्रीन आउट फॉर वन रीज़न. व्हाई? बिकॉज़ इसके पहले मैं 2 बार स्क्रीन इन हो चुका था, ठीक है? तो आई वाज लाइक एट द 9th क्लाउड कि अब तो मैं स्क्रीन आउट हो ही नहीं सकता. तो आई वेंट टू जालंधर, वहाँ पे चीरी हुआ, एवरीथिंग वाज परफेक्ट. एज़ आई टोल्ड आई नो दिस, आई ऑलरेडी न्यू दिस ट्रिक कि सबको साथ है कि कैसे चलना है, क्या करना. आई डिड एवरीथिंग परफेक्ट. बट देयर वाज दिस वन कैंडिडेट हू वाज सिटिंग एट लास्ट चेयर. वो बोलने की कोशिश कर रहा था लेकिन कोई उसको सुन नहीं रहा था। तो मैंने क्या सोचा कि ओके इसके मज़े लेते हैं। तो व्हाट आई डिड कि एट द एंड जब असेसर्स ने बोला कि ओके कैंडिडेट्स चूज़ अ पर्सन नॉमिनेट अ पर्सन टू गिव द ग्रुप प्लान 3 to 4 took my chess number. But what I did, I took his chess number. And when I took his chess number, everyone agreed to me. Because इसके पहले भी everyone agreed to my common story because I took all of their points. So सब लोग वैसे ही मेरा एग्री कर रहे थे, इस बात पे भी एग्री कर गए. And I don't know somehow that chap got up, gave a very good story, and he got screened and I got screened out. So this was the thing. And you should use your gaps between the SSB very crucially, very efficiently. You should think about yourself, like what mistakes are you doing, and you should work efficiently on them.
Okay. It was really nice listening all your experiences. So, sir, with you were talking about interviewing officer, IO. So, during your interview, they generally ask you kind of comprehensive information questions and PIQ based question. So, how can one prepare for it? And there are certain questions that we are not ready about. So, how can a person tackle them in that environment?
So, for the freshers and for the repeaters, the interview is different,
Okay.
right? For the freshers, the interviewer takes the very, I would say, ideal way.
Hmm.
That is going through the rapid questions, that is CIQs, right? So, in those CIQs, the questions, they generally ask 10 to 15 questions at once, and then you have to answer it accordingly. And these questions are very easily available. If anyone is preparing for SSB, they all used to get this question. And if anyone is not able to get this question, I would tell them one app, that is the Target SSB. There is this app on the Play Store. Anyone can prepare from those.
Oh.
Right? And how to deal with this question is what I used to do, that I used to memorize these questions and then I used to answer this. But this was a very bad approach because generally what they do, they the interviewers are also smart. They also knew this thing ki these questions are in the market. So what they do, they change one or two questions or they skip one or two questions. And when the candidate has memorized those questions, and as soon as the interviewer asks the first question, na, what candidates generally do, they start memorizing the answer. Instead of listening to the interviewer, वो answer याद करने लग जाते हैं. And in that, they skip the questions or they skip some things to interviewer बीच में add करता है या skip करता है, right? So for these kind of questions, there is only one suggestion, that please focus on interviewer.
Yeah.
Till the time he is speaking, your only work should be to listen him. Only and only you should listen him, and you should just keep memorizing the questions he is asking. You should not memorize the answer here because जैसे कहते हैं ना, you should go naturally in the SSB. It is not like that कि you should take your अगर तुम्हारे अंदर कुछ flaws है तो you should take your flaws along with yourself. It is not like that, but it is that कि you should also not frame your answers. You should not sugarcoat your answers. And this is where this thing comes. ठीक है? If you are memorizing your answer, na, you are sugarcoating your answers. You are framing your answers. But if you are just listening to the questions what he is asking, and as soon as he stops, you get the chance to speak. You are speaking whatever is the truth, and you are speaking it smartly. There are difference between bold truth and smart truth. So you should always speak smart truth. There are flaws in everybody. We all are human beings. सबके अंदर flaws है. But you should not speak out those flaws because he is there to say good things about you, right? So only thing to tackle the CIQ is talk smart, talk smartly and speak smart truth. जो भी आपके बारे में सही है and अच्छा सही है, सिर्फ वही बोलो and do not like as I said earlier कि start memorizing the answer. First listen to the questions and then answer it.
Okay. So, you have covered a lot of things regarding screening, medicine, and written examinations, and we have heard about your experiences in the SSB. So, sir, in last, any message that you would like to give to your juniors and any tips to the candidates who are going to appear for the very first time? So, please do them.
My SSB assessor, not SSB, assessor. My sir who was guiding me for my SSB, he told me one thing and it helped me a lot during my SSB. When I got screened in from in 14 SSB अलावा, I was very scared कि क्या होगा, क्योंकि 3 साल मैंने मेहनत करी थी, सब में मेहनत करते हैं, मैंने भी करी थी, and I do not wanted to get confidence out this time, right? So I called him and I said कि सर अब क्या करूँ मैं, what should I do now? अब स्क्रीन हो गया हूँ, मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, I'm very scared of this. So he only told me one thing, and same thing I will tell to everybody, that go with open heart, right? Don't think much कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा. आपका काम रिजल्ट देना नहीं है, आपका काम परफॉर्म करना है. तो आप अपना काम करो, असेसर अपना काम करेगा, एंड आप दोनों खुश रहोगे. अगर आप असेसर का काम करने लगोगे तो असेसर भी चिढ़ जाएगा एंड आप भी दुखी होकर घर आ जाओगे. सो यू शुड डू योर वर्क, दे शुड डू देयर वर्क, एंड गो विद ओपन हार्ट.
Okay. So it was great talking to you, sir. And on behalf of Cadet Alumni Association, I congratulate you on your achievement and wish you very all the best for your coming up journey in the academy and in the future. And thank you so much for sparing out time and spending time with us with your intellectual and inspiring journey. It was great talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Harsh.
And with this, keep learning, keep growing till the time we bring you back another success story on Cadet Alumni Association YouTube channel. Jai Hind.